This is the news they didn't want you to hear. But the walls of the Federal High Court in Abuja have ears, and today, those walls are shaking. Just when we thought the fight against corruption was gaining momentum, a massive wrench has been thrown into the gears of justice. The headline you saw is not just speculation, it is the chaotic reality unfolding right now in the capital. The judge presiding over one of the biggest corruption cases in Nigerian history, the 213 billion naira forfeiture case involving former Attorney-General Abubakar Malami, has suddenly stepped down. He didn't just adjourn the case, he washed his hands of it completely. Now, the question on everyone's lips is, was he threatened? Was he compromised? Or is this the ultimate checkmate by Malami to walk free forever? Today, Thursday, February 12, 2026, we are breaking down the shocking resignation of Justice Obiora Egwatu from the high-profile case marked FHC/ABJ/CS/20/2026. This was supposed to be the day the legal fireworks began. The EFCC was ready, the lawyers were seated, the courtroom was packed. But instead of a ruling, Justice Egwatu looked at the court and dropped a bombshell. He announced that for personal reasons, he could no longer preside over the matter. He ordered the case file to be returned to the chief judge for reassignment. Just like that, months of progress have been wiped out and the case has to start from scratch. De novo. Let's look at the numbers because they are staggering. We are not talking about millions here. We are talking about 213.2 billion naira worth of assets. These are not just numbers on a screen. These are physical properties that the EFCC claims were acquired with stolen public funds. We are talking about 57 specific properties, including the massive Rayhaan University in Kebbi, sprawling hotels, plazas, filling stations, and residential estates in Abuja, Kano, and Kaduna. The EFCC had already secured an interim forfeiture order from the previous judge, Justice Emeka Wite, back in January. The noose was tightening. The government was close to seizing these assets permanently. And then the judge quits. You have to ask yourself, why now? Why does a judge wait until the heat is on to suddenly remember personal reasons? In the corridors of the court, whispers are turning into shouts. Legal analysts are already warning that this recusal strategy is the oldest trick in the book for high-profile defendants. If you can't win the case, you frustrate the judge until he leaves. Every time a judge steps down, the new judge has to start from the beginning. Witnesses have to be recalled, evidence has to be retendered. It buys the defendant time, months, maybe years, and in Nigeria, time is the best way to kill a corruption case. I have to pause here and ask you, the viewer, because this affects your future. Do you think this judge stepped down because of a genuine personal conflict, or do you smell a rat? Do you think money changed hands, or was it a phone call from above? I really want to read your honest opinion in the comment section below. And please, if you want to keep exposing these judicial gymnastics, do me a massive favor and click that like button right now. It helps us push this news to more Nigerians who are tired of being played. And if you are new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the update when the new judge is named. Welcome back. Now, let's look at the Malami angle. The former Attorney General is not a small fry. He knows the law better than anyone because he was the one interpreting it for the country for 8 years. His legal team, led by heavyweights, has been arguing that the case is a duplicative litigation. They claim he is being persecuted. They claim his wealth is legitimate. But the EFCC says they have the receipts, they have the bank transfers, they have the trail that leads from the public treasury to those 57 properties. But here's the danger. With Justice Egwatu out of the picture, the case goes back to the chief judge's desk. It might take weeks to assign a new judge. By the time the new judge settles in, Malami's team will file new motions to delay. They will challenge the jurisdiction, they will challenge the evidence. And while this legal dance continues, Malami remains a free man. He sleeps in his house, not in a cell. The Rayhaan University continues to operate. The hotels continue to make money. The interim forfeiture is just a piece of paper if there is no judge to enforce the final forfeiture. We also have to talk about the pressure on the judiciary. In 2026, we have seen a disturbing trend of judges recusing themselves from political cases. Is the bench under attack? Are our judges afraid of the big men they are supposed to try? If a federal high court judge can be forced off a case involving 213 billion naira, what hope does the common man have? It sends a signal that if you steal enough money, you can buy enough confusion to paralyze the system. There is also a political dimension. Malami was a key figure in the previous administration. Some say there are powerful forces in the current government who do not want him to go down because he knows too much. If Malami falls, who else does he drag down with him? Is this recusal a soft landing engineered by the powers that be? The timing is suspicious. The silence from the Ministry of Justice is deafening. As we wait for the chief judge to name a replacement, the eyes of the world are on the Nigerian judiciary. Will the next judge have the courage to see this through, or will we see another resignation in 6 months? The assets are there, the case file is there, but without a judge, justice is dead on arrival.